Nonprofits are constantly juggling with big missions, with their budget constraints, staff turnover, and at times tight compliance requirements. It's a high stakes balancing act, and without the right technology support, it's easy to fall behind. But what if IT could actually make things easier instead of adding more stress? Today, I'm going to be showing you how the right mix of managed IT, cybersecurity, and AI tools can simplify your operations, protect your data, and empower your team to focus on impact, not technology and IT headaches. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Kinnett. I'm CEO and founder here at iTernal Networks. And at iTernal Networks, we believe in empowering people and businesses with the knowledge that they need to succeed. So every Friday, I go live on all of our socials around 1 p.m. Pacific time to discuss different topics around cybersecurity and technology in general to help empower others. These live streams are aimed to help small business owners and individuals feel more confident in their knowledge about technology and cybersecurity in their business. At iTernal Networks, we're dedicated to creating safe and secure environments for people to do what they love, to be able to thrive in what their passion is. And staying up to date on technology and security is a big part of fortifying your business so that you can focus on those important things. At the end of the live stream, I'll be answering questions from the audience. So have them ready, post them in the comments at any point in time, and we'll cover those at the end. So that being said, let's get on to the topic of today. Every nonprofit has a mission, but reaching that mission often comes with tight resources and complex operational needs. But what if I told you that there's some steps that you can take without having a ton of necessarily huge technology to make an impact right at your fingertips? The right IT services can reduce stress. It can improve workflows and protect the data that fuels your organization's impact, your organization's mission. Streamlining your operations can really help you focus on that mission, on your organization's goals, and to help more people now and in the future. Here's a few examples of how the right technology solutions can help. And I'm going to kind of start off with what I consider a foundation. I think it's essential that nonprofits have an IT solution to help eliminate surprises. And what I'm talking about is managed IT services, which is a big part of what iTernal Networks does. When you're working with donors and donations and donor funds, every dollar counts. The last thing you need is an unexpected hardware crash or surprise service fees throwing off your budget. And with a trusted managed IT service provider, you can get predictable monthly costs and proactive support. Instead of waiting for something to break and then having high costs, your systems are continuously monitored and proactively maintained and managed. And if an issue does pop up, it can be dealt with quickly so that you can stay focused on your mission. Kind of the next step above that is making sure that you're building on donor trust with cybersecurity that's focused on your nonprofit. Donors trust you with their information, and that trust is everything. A single data breach could really damage that relationship. And that's where this advanced cybersecurity support comes in. It's not just about fixing problems with your IT provider. It's also about keeping everything safe and secure with services such as data encryption, 24/7 monitoring, backups, endpoint detection and response, 24/7 SOC services. All of these in place, along with a service level agreement, you'll have confidence that your service provider is staying on top of compliance and security so that you can focus on building that trust with donors and volunteers in your organization. One of the other things that you can build out is automation around staff turnover. Staff turnover is common in most organizations, and nonprofits are not exempt from that. And onboarding can quickly become a huge hassle, can become a headache. Manually setting up new team members or removing access when somebody leaves can take up a lot of time. By implementing automation processes, you can speed things up and minimize the risk of leaving sensitive data exposed to any of your volunteers or workers that leave. New hires get the access that they need faster, and when somebody leaves the organization, their access is immediately revoked, making sure that you're safe and secure. All right, one of the other things as we're building up here is making sure that you're using role-based access control. Your team probably includes full-time staff, part-timers, volunteers, board members. Each of them need different levels of access to files and systems. Without the right control, sensitive data could get shared too broadly, or it could be hard for people to find what they need. With role-based permissions and cloud collaboration tools, everyone only has access to what they need to make sure that you're keeping things organized and secure while also helping to improve that workflow efficiency. All right, now let's move on a little bit to something that's can be challenging at times with nonprofits, and that's fundraising. Having the right technology setup can help with your fundraising efforts, and email is probably still, if not the most used, one of the most used tools for reaching supporters and donors. But if your emails end up in spam folders, it's a big problem, right? We want to make sure that that message is getting to the right people so that you're receiving the support that you need for your mission. And IT support and the right technology provider can help to make sure that your email systems are set up correctly, that they're not missing SPF records, DKIM records, or DMARC records that could end up with your messages being sent straight to a junk folder. Plus, automation tools can help you to track engagement, to see who's opening those emails, who's clicking on them, allowing you to better follow up with those donors that are interested and keep your campaigns running smoothly so that you can then keep your operations running smoothly. All right, another critical piece of your technology infrastructure is collaboration tools. If your team is remote, hybrid, or spread out across different locations, which is common in today's world, then you know how important it is to stay connected. Platforms like Microsoft Teams or Slack are great for real-time collaboration, but you got to make sure that they're configured properly and set up properly for your mission, and to make sure that your data is secure. A good technology team will integrate these tools seamlessly into your workflow and your other tools and platforms so that everyone can collaborate securely and stay aligned no matter where they are. All right, another thing to talk about related to fundraising is grant opportunities. And tech grants can be a great way to fund important upgrades, but too many nonprofits miss out because they're not ready for the application process. They don't have all the information they need for the application. And working with the technology partner who understands the nonprofit's needs can help to align your projects with grant criteria, assist you with filling out the application and the application process, and then also make sure that you have clear project timelines and pricing that make your proposal stand out and more likely to be approved. This will greatly improve your chances of securing the funding that you need, right? The lifeblood of your organization, so you can focus on that mission. All right, the final topic, no surprise, I'm going to be talking about AI here. AI can be a huge time saver for nonprofits. Imagine having chatbots on your website answering donor questions 24/7, or predictive tools that can identify your most likely high-value supporters. You could also automate reporting, event planning, and volunteer scheduling, freeing up your time to really focus on what matters the most to you and to your team. When you combine that with the right technology platform and cybersecurity measures, scalable technology, AI can really be an accelerant in boosting productivity for your team, reducing burnout, and making sure that your nonprofit's growing digital presence is safe and secure for the future. If your current technology provider isn't helping you to streamline operations, protect your donor data and your other data, or uncover new funding opportunities, it might be time to look at what's possible with the right support team. I've worked with a lot of nonprofit leaders over the years, and I know how overwhelming technology can feel when you're already stretched thin and pulled in so many different directions. That's exactly why I love helping organizations find smarter, simpler ways to use IT and technology in general, whether it's improving your cybersecurity, applying for tech grants, or just making your day-to-day operations run more smoothly. At iTernal Networks, we love working with nonprofits and supporting your mission with the tools and guidance that you need to be able to succeed. You'll find links to my contact info and a full transcript of today's topic in the chat and on the screen and in the video description below. I would love to have a one-on-one with you to see how I might be able to help your nonprofit really kind of take things to the next level. All right, let's take a look and see if there's any comments It looks like Michael Kennedy has tagged a few people. Thank you, Michael, for sharing my stream. Hopefully, those that you tagged will find this information helpful. Let's see if anybody else has any questions or comments here. All right, I'm not seeing any other questions or comments from our live audience, but thank you. Thank you for taking the time for joining us today, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching after the fact. If you found this information helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with any questions or thoughts that you might have. Your feedback really is important to us. It helps us to be able to create future content that's more valuable to you and more helpful to you and your organizations. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification, that bell icon, so that you get updates and don't miss any future announcements that we have. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to help you to navigate through the world of technology and cybersecurity safely. If you need any assistance, reach out to me via direct message, or you can find us on our website at itnet.works, where there's phone numbers and email addresses and web forms to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you and help you in your mission. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.